This is the stuffed pinnacle of my Defender. Now this thing is obviously falling the hell apart, and I can't get a new one right now because I'm broke out. So I want to see if I can't find a way to temporarily fix it, and then hopefully from there keep it going till I can afford a better one. Let's get into it. Come out. Here we go. And now this thing. This will take it on. But you need to find. Pop this out. Pop it in there. Put it right. There we go. What is it? Put it in there. No. No, yes. This is back here. I think it's going to be much fun. Of course, I just had to twist the bulb. Good. Anyway. Look at my dash. Look at this thing. Look at the scratch. Let's take it inside and see what we can do. Righto. So here's what I'm going to try and do. I took that out after I realized it was just a bulb. I'm going to do some bush mechanic plastic welding with a soldering iron and some cable ties as the plastic. I saw it once on a video like months ago, but I thought, let me try it. This is what being broke drives you to do. Let's give it a shot. Got to get some coffee ready for this. Just letting the solder iron get nice and hot before we try to play around with this. Now the coffee's made, so this whole thing is split. I know the professional way to do this would be to put, I think, some form of metal and then bond the metal to this, but I'm just gonna melt some cable ties to the back and see how it goes. YOLO! So I'm going to have to get something weighted against you to keep it pressed so I don't have to use my hands the whole time. There we go. Professional. Anything in the name of science, boy. And this post soldering iron also doesn't fully work properly from all the stupid stuff I've done with it. I'm effectively just melting plastic together at this point, which is hilarious. But hopefully it will work until I can afford a proper, or another one rather. So literally that's it. All we're trying to do is get some plastic. Cable ties, I think, will just work the easiest because they are cheap, readily available. And obviously this, if it is a stuff up, it's fine because cable ties are from our local China shop are so cheap. At least this window fix is also at the back, so like no one will be able to see it but me. And again, it's to stop my speedo from falling in the whole time, so if I get pulled over I can still say with a straight face that the car is roadworthy officer. Okay, so that's looking not too terrible, I would say. Obviously no point in trying to really smooth it out. And now we're going to try this side here. This one might be a bit harder to position, but I might just have to have this with a YOLO. I think I'll actually clip that other bit in and then see how it goes. Okay, so I've clipped that plastic bit in just to kind of almost give it a reason to stick together. And now I see. So there, like, I won't try and go on the outside. I'll just try and weld it on the inside here. Excuse my super extensive, already immaculate filming setup here on my laundry tin, but it is what it is. Okay. Check out, stuff the tip up. Right, let's see what we can do here. Here we go, melting all that delicious plastic together while I inhale the fumes. See, it's not a flush fix, but that's also fine. Once again, this is a temporary fix. Okay. While I let that cool down, both the iron and my thing. Barely any of the cable tie used, but let's have a look in the light. So that's obviously looking interesting. Let's have a look with the light on. So as you can see, it's messy, it's gruely, but it does look better. It does look a bit better. Let me give this a clean and let's go install and have a look. I'm not going to bore you with the details of how I put this back together, since you saw I struggled to take it apart. So just stay tuned. Quick update. I over tightened this and I broke half of my plastic weld. Hooray! But it's not falling out anymore. So I'ma just move with it. So I decided to do it properly, and I'm re-welding it while the dowels are in, not welding the dowels to the actual binnacle, but rather putting enough pressure and then making sure the cracks are stress tested. I just thought, let me do it right. Once this is dry, we'll go fit again. Quick test, let's see. Everything works, everything moves still. Great. That feels pretty solid. Amazing. Just to finish it off, obviously screwed this in now, but this side is beyond repair, so it was held together by this screw and washer, which I've now lost, but I decided just to get a much bigger washer. Versus the guy she told you not to worry about. We're just going to use that to fix the rest. Right, it'll just have to do, and that is how you plastic weld a broken Defender binnacle together. Barely. Till next time. Alright, so quick, not so fun update. My lights are on, right? So you can see by the aftermarket system the lights are on, but there's nothing on my dash. And as I noticed when I drove earlier, one side is off, one side is on. Those need to be cleaned. So I'm going to pull a fuse apart, a box apart, and let's hope it's as simple as that. One of the many blessings of having a Defender is that the fuse box, actually nothing really important electrical wise is under the bonnet. Everything just has to come through here. One of two fuse boxes. If this isn't working, then I've knocked something loose behind the flipping thing that I did yesterday, so let's hope it's just a fuse. One thing about being a Land Rover man is I got fuses for days, boy, because you can never know when your stupid electrics, look, there's my piggyback fuse for my electric windows, you know, is going to backfire. So there's a few options. Oh, my camera quality is terrible. I'm going to try pull number 20 because that's got a gauge on it. I don't remember if that's for lights or for cruise control, but I'm going to pull them and see which one is hopefully stuffed. Haha, believe it or not, it was not number 20, it was number 19. It's next door neighbor. Right side lights. I feel like that could have been self-deducing, but anyway, let's smack a new 10 in. Might just check the other fuses while I'm here, but let me see if this works. I just turned this on and smoke came out of there, Lamau. So I might just have to, oh, it feels quite hot actually. I might just have to pull this apart again and see what I've done wrong, Lamau. So, quick look, there isn't much else that worries me except the fact that this really professional connection has obviously happened here. So I'm going to try to wrap that up and see. Thank God for everyone here. I'm not an electrician, but that's now tied it up. It's also possible that this bulb has popped. There's nothing I can do about it now. Let's push this back in with the classic grace and poise that's required of a Defender owner. Let them again. Go on, you bastard. Go on. Go on. Go on. Okay, I screwed that back in and somehow I didn't break this dash, but again, just hope this plastic welding didn't do more harm than good. After that popped, I think I'm just going to check all these fuses one more time for the sake of my own safety, and then we'll try start it up again, boy. No more smoke. Lights on. I'll have to see, but I think that bulb just popped. Yeah, this is working again. Working. Man, another day in the life. I wonder if I popped one of those as well. Oh, damn it. Another day in the life of the Defender owner. Time to screw all this back together, and let's hope we call this project a day.